Those are the numbers up on your screen. This is a light heavyweight bout, contested at 93 kilograms. From Poland, Michal Fijalka takes on Dublin's Chris Fields. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
First round.
So moving on to the first bout in our main card. Fijalka, 16-6-1. Been 8 years away from KSW. Fields making his KSW debut in his home city. Has the slight height advantage over Fijalka. Fields has got the skills, but this is a tough outing. Fijalka made of granite.
Chris Fields actually had a base in kickboxing before coming into MMA. And I think that will serve him very well here. He's got to use kicks, use that reach. And I love how his frame is filled out at light heavyweight. He's much more suited to this weight class. And he will not be uncomfortable if he is taken down. He's a jiu-jitsu stylist and submission artist.
So down to the mat it goes. Fijalka trying to hang on, but that spread and sprawl there just puts Fields into a very commanding position as Fijalka gives up his back. They come back up to the upright, but you can see the machinery at work here from these two. Fields now starting to bring the knee in.
Fields is so smooth here. He's not breathing at all. He's not rushing anything. He's keeping his weight down correctly. This is a guy who, despite the inactivity over the last 24 months, has always been training. He's been prone to a couple of injuries. Look at that. Hides his face, gets punched, moves the correct position, and then reaps the knee for the trip.
That was beautiful with the legs locked in. Just turns his man, takes him down. Now looking to pass that guard. Being locked in, though, by Fijalka. And Fijalka finds himself in a very, very uncomfortable, compromising position here.
Yeah, Fields is going to work on that far side arm. You can already see him with wrist control there. Nice little C-clamp grip, trying to force the wrist down. Fijalka knows this and actually pulls his arm back into the danger zone, but is able to disconnect from the firm downward grip that Fields had. Again, Fields going to work on the arm. Fijalka fishing in, fighting for the underhook. This is Fields' specialty, though, the Darce, the Bravo choke. And then it'll go right back to the arm. Fields chaining submission attacks here in spectacular fashion.
Fijalka very uncomfortable defending on his back there. Fields tall enough to be able to be locked into that half guard, but still be able to cause havoc around the neck area and head area of Fijalka. And I was going to say, he's got a great classic Roman profile, hasn't he, Fields? I mean, that's a crowd-pleasing face. And you don't get to be that good-looking and be that good unless you're that good. And you can see why Fields has developed his technique to protect his face. I mean, hardly a mark on him. He's why he's known as the housewife's choice, as you've coined earlier, Chris. This is going to be a very technical bout. I think Fijalka's in for a rough ride here tonight. So, I thought there that there was a possibility of cross-mount. Fields is trying to free that leg, but he's causing all kinds of problems for Fijalka.
And look at this, Fields with the back take, one hook in, perfectly okay. And then the little heel kicks to the quad. Fijalka will feel that, and then for a second will forget about his neck. I mean, this is just gorgeous pressure-based jiu-jitsu from Fields.
Oh, that was beautifully spun.
Wow. Up goes the legs for the triangle choke. Fijalka trying to posture up. Fields up for a Hail Mary, doesn't get it. Back take here for Fijalka.
Well, great display of technical ability. Fijalka takes his man down.
Kimura. Fields is locked up that figure four and will roll for the sweep. He dropped to his back. I cannot believe the submission pedigree that we are seeing from Chris Fields. He is a much better man than we saw the last time around. In his own words, he felt more confident, more relaxed. When he's in a good, happy space, he said, I'm a dangerous man. He's showing that here tonight.
He's defending so well. You can see Fijalka wants to bring the heat, trying to get the ground and pounding. And Just absolutely brilliant evasive skills from Field. Protects his head all the way, and this is really, really top-level stuff. Well, he's given up his back, and Fijalka's on now. He's hooked in. Can he get his arm round for a choke? Oh, he in submission territory. Well, he has. He's got some leverage on there, trying to bounce it on, and Field throws him off. This is very, very high-level technical groundwork we're seeing, Chris.
Nod from Fields there, did very well to sort of pyramid up and time his escape. He didn't rush it at all. He did not seem flustered. I mean, yeah, Fijalka had the back take, one hook in, good wrist ride control. But Fields, perfect in offense as well as defense.
Fijalka opens up now, puts in a body smash, brings up the right hand to the head, right on the bell. Down it goes, and this time Fijalka has a guillotine in place, and he locks in. Fields manages to slip, but that was a little bit of an exciting rush there for a second, as Fields found himself compromised. Fijalka working off his back, locked in.
Rocking the can opener there. Fields with that bicep pummel has now got his hands inside. He will use this to try to pry open the already opportunistic guard for the pass. Controlling the legs, standing backwards here. And then the turtle. Watch Fields hit that choke. This is his game. This is his bread and butter.
He's working it, trying to get leverage. Hasn't quite got enough there. Fijalka's still quite cool.
Head outside single there for Fijalka. And he gets it.
Takes the legs out.
This has been a very patient chess match of jiu-jitsu, really, for MMA, where we've seen dominance of positions, some good striking on sort of the fluidity transitions, if you will, but a lot of submission attacks, reversals of position, and again, Fields back for that Kimura he was seeking in the first frame.
Fijalka, no shortage of ideas. He's hanging on to that leg for a shoot. Take it down.
And Fields going back to that choke again, that head snap. Beautiful shoulder pressure there. Everything in the right position. And now he's gonna flip him down and then slide in for the figure four and get the squeeze. He's trying to finish that choke here. That Darce looks tight, Will. Lay down.
This is dangerous business now. And business is good for Fields. He's got Fijalka struggling here. Gets those arms in good and tight.
Fields would like to sprawl his weight here and actually put the pressure down slowly. He's got a lot of time to work with. And then he'll sit in at the right moment and get better torque. He can rethread that arm. His hands were not deep enough on the bicep. Fijalka had some breathing room. He could swap to a Japanese necktie here if he wanted to.
Well, I have to say, in the second round, with 2 minutes to go, this has been a really, really big struggle for Fijalka. And Fields starting to dominate, keeping his man where he wants him. I mean, he's grounded him, and that's a stop of play. So, in terms of Fijalka expending energy, which is what he's doing, this is the hurt locker. There he goes again for that reverse guillotine.
And he went for that Darce and actually swapped back, going guillotine anaconda. That's just beautiful choking here for MMA. You go one way and then you thread the arm back in underneath the other way.
And of course, it's seamless from Fields. This is brilliant work. We're watching a real master at work, making it look effortless. Now the knee strike comes into the top of the head, and Fijalka could be in all kinds of trouble.
He actually lifted up Fijalka there because one arm out is no longer illegal. So Fijalka tried to put both arms down. Fields whipped him up and then ran the knee strike in. Now going high elbow guillotine.
Well, this is submission territory now. Fields is looking maybe to finish this. Locked his man in. And Fijalka doing a great job here. This is escapology, but he cannot shake Fields off. Fields is on him like Velcro.
Fields went high elbow, then went arm in. Now he's got that anaconda, and then watch this, he brings the arm. Oh, I can't quite tell what sort of grip he has from the angle. I just cannot believe the speed at which he's always 2 steps ahead of Fijalka. That being said, Fijalka's defending.
Well, Fields is smothering Fijalka. There is no chance here for anything creative. Fijalka in all kinds of trouble. We're under 30 seconds left here in this second round, and it's been Fields all the way. Fijalka turtling up, and again, Fields smothering, shutting everything down. Locks his man in that half guard. And Fijalka is probably the most relieved man. Real technical outing for both fighters. Fijalka's got up his game really at this point. He's not going to have that powerful striker's chance that he thought he'd have. Fields is just way too slick for that. And he's just beckoning Fijalka to come in so that he can take his man down. Huge reach Fields has got. That left jab poking out from way out on the other side of the ring.
Fields seems to still have a speed advantage. And when he doesn't cut this much weight, the cardio doesn't become as big of a factor as it might had he been fighting at 185. Fields cut an astronomical amount of weight to make 84 keys, so.
Just look at that. Fijalka cannot get a glove on him. Fields is just evading everything. I mean, he's so slippery. This is great work we're seeing here from the Irishman. Up goes the high kick. Bang, he lands the Mawashigeri.
Level change from Fields. Nice knee from Fijalka. Fijalka's got to defend hard. The moment you get complacent, you're back in the positions that got you in trouble more often than not. You know, Fijalka defended every attempt, but it only takes one. That's why submission fighting is the ultimate equalizer.
Fields has a technique of delivering strikes. They seem slow and ponderous, but they're actually very targeted and precise. Succeeds in taking his man down, and this is where Fijalka might struggle.
Fields thought about that back. I just cannot believe the way he's thinking ahead here. He went to try and catch that neck and was totally happy to try to actually fall to what some would say would be an inferior position on his butt up against the wire here. But he has the confidence in that choke game to do this stuff.
Absolutely, and Fijalka now pulling himself up, expending energy, huge amounts of energy, while he's being locked down and being worn down by Fields. And the knee strike's going into some very, very painful parts of the shin and the foot of Fields. Fields succumbs and starts to take shots, but comes back. Knee strike, then the elbow strike. And Fields knows what he's doing, but he was hurt then and it troubled him.
Nice snap kick from Fields. Very trademark of the SPG guys. They'll actually run that kick with the ball of the foot up into the midsection. Great for distance management and also to interrupt the breathing.
Well, we're seeing a little bit of a red mark on the left cheek of Fields, and I guess that Fields is the kind of fighter that doesn't like to be that up close and personal. Puts the left in, puts an uppercut in, but Fijalka knows that he can hurt if he can hit, if he can land, and he's not able to do that. We're halfway through this third and final round, and it really has been a technical walkout for these two.
Fields has really paid attention to Fijalka's movements, who hasn't really thrown much more than single power pot shots. But he's dangerous. Fields knows that. He needs to continue to use the movement-based striking that we often see from John Kavanagh's SPG crew. It's not as pronounced as some of his stablemates, but Fields moves very well for a big guy.
Absolutely, almost balletic. Has to go down now. But just look at what he does with that reverse guillotine. He locks his man in, and he causes Fijalka to use so much energy. Well, we're seeing some real slick mat maneuvers now.
Beautiful drop for that figure four again from Fields. Watch him do it again here. He's reached around. Fijalka knows this, but it's almost too late. The moment you get that lock on, you've got so much leverage. Despite being in a disadvantageous position, Fields can jockey you his way. Watch him go.
Well, less than 30 seconds left now. It's going to go to judges' scorecards. It looked at one point as if Fields might be able to finish, but Fijalka still got so much power left, but hasn't been able to work his game.
Look at that, Fields maintaining that deep grip, but releases the double wrist lock control to actually punch. He'll go right back and forth between holding on for what can be a sweep or a finish.
And your winner is Chris Fields!
Well, Chris Fields has done it.